So finally got the gimbal sorted. Had to get some help with this, but later I'll show operating. The challenges are this doesn't come with any documentation. So even when you get the servo wiring soldered and attached to the right servo connections, you're still not out of the woods. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places where you could fit a 3-pin servo on this board, and it's not clear to me, or wasn't clear to me, what the right connections were, especially because some of these are labeled A0, A1, A2, thinking that would reflect sort of axial control. That's not the case. These are inputs. If you wanted to drive the gimbal and sort of control the direction it's pointing, you would do that over these inputs. How, I have no idea, but in any case, these are the outputs. It's pretty much guesswork as to which is pitch and which is roll, but once that's sorted, things work. That wasn't my challenge, though, guessing which was which. The challenge was that this won't complete its initialization process if it's not being held perfectly still. So, worried that the gimbal was going to start spinning the cage in different directions, I was suspending it with my hand when I powered it on, and my hand isn't steady enough for this to complete its boot process, and so it was just never getting into its sort of mission mode. Once I put it down, after fiddling with it for I don't know how long, it finally finishes its boot process. A green LED turns blue, and then it's in its operating mode, and you can sort of pan it around and it will stabilize. So that was probably one whole night all totaled of experimentation, not all of which was wasted, but definitely a frustrating process, and the documentation would have been helpful if it existed. Any documentation I did find was usually relating to tuning of the software, and I'm not at that point yet, so maybe that'll be helpful later, but right now just getting the wiring correct was an obstacle. So I can show a little bit of it operating, and that's it. So we've got pitch, and roll. I'm doing this pretty violently. I certainly could be holding this more steady. And here we see all right. So the gimbal is working.